guys, what is going on? Today I'm back with a new review. This will actually be the last review before Cinema Wasteland, because we are, let's see, 3 days away, which is awesome. Crazy excited. Can't wait. This actually sort of fits in with the whole Wasteland theme. Sort of fits in with the Wasteland spirit, the way this thing's packaged, what kind of movies they are, since Wasteland's more of a, they celebrate a bit more of the odd and obscure and independent and more exploitation. This sort of fits in with that whole, even though this isn't a part of my series here, which probably, I don't know if I'll have another video. I would love to wrap it up this week somehow, but since I've already reviewed Bad Biology, I don't know that I'll be doing another one. If it is, it's going to be sort of just like a vlog type thing where I'm just kind of yap on about what's going on and stuff like that. I might do something where they already have their schedule. Well, they've had their schedule of events up for like a month now, so I might read some of the things that are going to be going, the big things that are going to be going on during the weekend. So if there's anybody watching that lives close enough that could maybe hadn't planned on going the whole weekend, due to not knowing about it or money or whatever, might be able to, come up for a day and catch one of these screenings or events or something. So I might do that. Actually sounds like an okay idea. So maybe I'll do that. Probably would be tomorrow, because I'll be too busy on Thursday getting ready. But anyway, I'm rambling on about something that's not this. But anyway, today I have for you the Basement Retro 80s Horror Collection. It's housed in this big box VHS box. The cover art's really awesome there. Back there, and then actually on the side there you can see it says VHS. So you get a DVD, or you get 3 DVDs with 5 movies and a VHS tape of The Basement. The Basement's also on DVD. So it's a Lost Super 8 feature film. You also get, which The Basement I had not seen, and there's another film on here that I had not seen called Captives. The other 3 I had seen and also used to own. Ended up selling them back at some point, figured I would never watch them again or something. But even actually coming back and watching them again, I found them a little bit more even. I enjoyed them the first time I watched them, but this time around it was a little bit more. I enjoyed them a bit more. And those are on, it's Cannibal Campout, Video Violence, and Video Violence 2. So you get The Basement, Captives, Video Violence 2, and Cannibal Campout. Ugh, that's a lot, huh? And it's, for a cheap price. This was like $22. So you can't beat that. And this is the way it's packaged. I've actually got the wrap still on it. But anyway, you open it up. I was going to do an unboxing of this, actually, because I've never done one before. But I got too excited and opened it. And sorry. But anyway, pull it out. It comes like this. And then pull the DVD out. It looks pretty much exactly the same. Actually, exactly the same. Only 2 problems with the packaging. These are the only 2 problems I have, and they're minuscule. They're so small that I'm probably seem petty to even say anything about them. Because I was a little worried about the way the DVDs were going to be housed. I didn't know if it was going to come in a case, or if they were going to go cheap and sort of put them in, paper, whatever, or like a CD case or something. But, it's one on top of the other, which I really don't like, but it's better than putting them in like paper sleeves or something. I mean, then the only problem I have is if you look, it just says the basement disc 1. Well, they also just say the basement disc 2, the basement disc 3. They don't tell you which movies are on which disc, but it's really not that big a deal. So anyway, and then under that is the basement on this red VHS, which is pretty cool. Ogore Productions. Anyway, so that is how it's housed. I think it's an awesome package, especially for the price. You know, it's a cheap set. So, I mean, in my opinion, it's a cheap set for what you get. So, pretty awesome. But anyway, on with the movies. I'll start with the ones I had seen before. Start with Cannibal Campout. Now, these are all shot on video and or Super 8. So they're very, very, very low budget. They're very, very kind of crappy quality. It's shot on video. It's Super 8, you know. So, you know, going into this, you cannot expect Academy Award winning stuff. This is low budget, no budget, micro budget, whatever you want to call it. Probably more micro to no budget filmmaking. So you got to kind of go into it with that in mind, and know just to have fun with all these movies and not take them seriously at all. They're not meant to be taken seriously. So, that being said, Cannibal Campout, typical kids go into the woods and get hacked up by redneck New Jerseyans. I think almost all these movies were made in New Jersey. I don't know what it is with New Jersey and shot on video horror, but if they're not shot in New Jersey, the people are from New York or New Jersey. So, but anyway, a group of campers go out into the woods, and there is a sort of family, brothers, out in the woods that they're cannibals and they kill and eat people. There's a lot of cliche sort of stuff in it, but I think it's sort of meant to be there. They're sort of making fun of stuff, and it's a lot of fun. The acting is, of course, not that great, but the gore is not bad for the budget these people had. It's fun. Probably the most cliche thing in the entire, or the most unbelievable thing in the entire movie is they're probably almost to their destination, and they're on this like dirt road in the mountain, and there's a car in front of them, and the car stops. So they start honking at it. The two get out of the car in front of them, and you know, the kids are kind of like, hey, can we get around you? And the two brothers start taunting and this and that, and like literally try to kill them right then and there. And the kids speed off and still decide to go camping. Like normally in these movies, somebody in town gives a warning, you know, obviously the easiest example is, you're going to Camp Blood, ain't you? You know, there's usually warnings that the kids don't believe. But normally they're not, you know, having their lives in danger within the first, not even getting to the campsite yet. But this happened and they still decided to go ahead and camping, so whatever. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy Cannibal Campout. So I'd say definitely check it out if you're into that sort of thing. Video violence. This is probably probably in the top 3 of the movies on here. It actually looks the best out of all the movies. And it is about a couple that comes to a small town, I'm guessing somewhere in New York State or New Jersey. And they're from New York City. The guy owned a theater. He opens a video store in this small town. One morning he opens and a blank VHS is in his inbox to put away, and he notices right away that it's not one of his tapes. So the guy that works with him puts it in, and it's a tape of somebody being murdered. Um, so they're trying to, well, he is trying to figure out, is this real? Let me go to the cops. Nobody really wants to seem to help. The whole town is sort of strange. Um, and it's sort of him trying to figure out what's going on and what's going on with the town, who these people are on the tape, um, all that kind of stuff. It's actually pretty decent. It's probably the best made movie. Um, it's probably, I would say it's the best one overall on the whole in the whole set. Um, the acting is pretty decent actually. It looks the best. It sounds the best, and not to mention, you VHS hounds out there would really get a kick out of it because you get to see a lot of rare VHS on the shelves, a lot of big box stuff. I think it's either in the first Video Violence or the second one. There's a big box, Don't Go in the Woods. There's a big box, I Spit on Your Grave. I know they show a Pieces VHS. I don't know that it's a big box, but you get to see a lot of cool stuff, so you guys will be happy about that. But yeah, another one that's a lot of fun, pretty well acted, pretty well done for the budget it's on. Video Violence 2, a little bit more tongue-in-cheek. Basically, the two main killers in the first film have a public access cable show, and it's basically like you're watching their cable show. Everything from the commercials to, you know, the what do they call it? Station identification, which their station is WGOR. Um, but basically, the show is they bring a guest on that wants to be an actress, give her a script, you know, for her to read, and it's fake, and they kill her on camera. And then in between, they show like viewer submitted snuff films, basically. Um, but so it's a little bit more tongue in cheek. It's not quite as good, but it's still fun. Captives, I'm sorry, but I didn't get through all the way. It's also made by the people that did Video Violence. Sort of seems like more of a home invasion, serious toned movie with some of the same actors, and the acting isn't bad. It's just I just could not get into it. I had been watching these things one after the other, and my brain was scrambled from shot on video horror, so I just had to. I couldn't finish it. It didn't seem terrible, but it's more of a home invasion, revenge type movie. So anyway, on to the main titled one, The Basement. It is an anthology style, or basically the movie opens up and you're in a basement and four people are standing there and they're trying to get out. They don't explain why they're there, how they got there. You just know they're in a basement and they want to get out. This thing steps out, of course. You've seen the anthology films. You know how this goes. Creepy guy comes out and basically tells them that he's going to show them their futures, and each one has a story. The first one is the swimming pool, which is definitely the worst one. Really kind of doesn't make any sense. It's kind of stupid. Basically, a woman is sitting by a pool. Her husband shows up. He falls in the pool, and something eats him in the pool. But it's basically a tentacle and a lot of water spewing. That's about it. So she decides to invite a few people over that she doesn't like and throw them in the pool. That's it. Second story. Let me see if I can get these in order. I don't remember what it was called. Hold on. They actually have names. They don't tell you the names. Trick or Treat. Basically, a teacher his wife has died, so he's mourning her, and he has a hatred for children. He's a teacher. He doesn't like kids. So Halloween he hates. He hates Halloween because all these kids come up to his door and want candy, and he just doesn't like it. Well, basically, the spirits of Halloween are mad at him for not celebrating or being good to their holiday, and they sort of come out to get him. It's actually kind of creepy. They had pretty decent effects guy for their budget on this. There's a lot of creepy masks, a lot of creepy makeups. There's a couple creepy sort of animatronic heads. And I'm talking throughout the whole movie. It's this one was fairly decent. Trick or Treat was fairly decent. Had a little bit of gore in it, not bad. Um, then there's Zombie Movie. This one's a little more okay. This one's sort of hit and miss. You had one that was the first one's not good. The second one's decent. The third one's okay. Basically, a guy making a zombie movie. Um, and it sucks, and finally zombies really come to life and attack him. I mean, that's pretty much it. Um, Not that great. Um, yeah, that's all I can really say. It's not that great. Now, the last one is pretty cool. Um, it's called Home Sweet Home. Um, Even though the way this guy gets this house is completely unrealistic. Basically, his uncle died or something. His uncle or his dad? His dad. His dad died. And left him this house. I think it's his dad. I don't know. Anyway, somebody leaves him this house. Not leaves him the house, I'm sorry. Leaves him money. And their wish, their dying wish, was that he would finish school, um, buy a house, and become a writer. Um, so he is in this real estate office looking for a home. And he picks a certain home. Of course, the woman goes, "Oh, you don't want that home. Why not? It looks fine." "Well, why don't you see the inside first?" "I don't need to see the inside. The outside looks fine." She's like, "Well, you don't know the story of the house." He's like, "Well, tell me." Basically, um, a series of gruesome serial murders happen there, and the guy's basically just like, "Yeah, I want it. Where do I sign?" And she's like, "Well, it'll take a couple days for the electricity to be turned on." Uh, and he's like, "I don't care. Let me sign." So literally, he's in the house that night. The most unrealistic thing I've ever seen in a movie. Honestly, I swear to God. I've bought a house before. Well, with someone else, an ex-girlfriend, I bought a house. Don't even let me get into that. Almost in zero scenarios are you going to go into a real estate office, go, "I want this house," and you're going to get the keys that day. It's not like renting. It takes months. But anyway, I digress. He gets there, and he doesn't believe in any of this stuff. His friend comes over the first night. They sort of party. His friend is murdered. But he sort of thinks it's a dream. So he brings his girlfriend the next night. Wakes up. Stuff starts going down. He comes back in the room, and she has been, like, slaughtered. Hanging up with her ribs hanging out and everything else. And it's sort of a possession tale. It's pretty decent, I thought. I thought it was pretty cool and creepy. Um, so overall, the basement is sort of hit and miss. But not bad. Um, I thought it was a lot of fun, and the effects were pretty creepy in some of it. So overall, this is a really great set. Features-wise, you get a commentary on each film. Um, there is, with the basement, there's some outtakes, deleted scenes, something public access cable show in New Jersey that the same guys were involved in. I don't know, that was kind of pointless to me. It wasn't very fun to watch. Video Violence 1 and 2 has an interview with the director. Again, I said they all have commentaries. The only thing that really sucked is I used to have Campbell Campout, and it came with a really nice making of that they did not include on here. So that's that. But anyway, overall, the basement is, for the price, a fantastic package. And if you are a fan of shot on video horror, you will dig it. If you're not, you might want to stay away. Because they can be tedious and sort of, but I like them. They're bad, but they're fun bad. So anyway, really awesome package. I dug it. If you're into that kind of stuff, pick it up. Some of you may just want to pick it up for the package alone. It's that cool. So anyway, I will see you guys probably one more time before I leave for Wasteland. So I'll see you then. Have a great, fantastic, and wonderful, terrific day.